manifestation of the subtle Dharma by means of the three categories of delusions. Question: what is meant by manifesting subtle reality without destroying the deluded nature? Answer: the essence of the three kinds of delusions is indivisible from the nature of reality. The three kinds of delusions are transformed and produced due to stupidity and illusion. The basis of the four virtuous qualities is also ignorance, because the four virtuous qualities are made manifest through awakening enlightenment. It is analogous to when cold comes and solidifies water into ice, or heat comes and melts the ice and transforms it into water. There is no contaminated water detached from pure water, and one dips for water after breaking the hard ice on top. It is analogous to when one falls asleep and one's mind is transformed and has various dreams. Phenomenal appearances in the world are also like this. The dharmas of mental dreams are also like this. Therefore, one seeks enlightenment in the passionate mind. One gains nirvana within the visible form of the cycle of birth and death. Therefore, the Chu Fa Hu Xing Ching says, quote, "Carnal desires are indivisible from the path. Hatred and stupidity are also likewise." Close quote. The Vimalakirti Nirdesa Sutra says, quote, "Cravings are indivisible from enlightenment. The cycle of birth and death is indivisible from nirvana." Close quote. The Mahaparinirvana Sutra says, quote, "Ignorance is converted and changed into enlightenment." Close quote. The Buddha explains true enlightenment in this way frequently. Are these not texts that manifest subtle reality with regard to delusions? Question: what is the meaning of the nature of reality? Answer: this refers to the mind which is pure by nature. We abandon our raft at the quay of yonder shore. Verbal discussion is not necessary in the garden of awakened enlightenment. Thus I have given the general meaning. How can any questions be added? The severance of delusions and the fulfillment of Buddhahood. Question: what does it mean for the practitioners of the four teachings to sever delusions and attain the fruit of enlightenment? Answer: those of the two vehicles of the Tripitaka teaching are basically involved in their own salvation and do not seek the fruit of Buddhahood. After a conversion of their mind, they can attain mastery. Bodhisattvas, however, after 300 incalculable eons, fulfill the Buddhahood of the inferior vehicle by severing their bonds in a single moment through the 34 correct states of mind at the preparatory level. The lad of the Himalayas offered soft grass, and the Tathagata accepted it and attained perfect awakening. Thus, one person fulfilled the Buddha path on a seat of grass under a tree. This is an inferior Buddha of transformation. Next, those of the two vehicles in the share teaching are the same as the Tripitaka teaching. However, Bodhisattvas attain the enlightenment of Buddhahood sitting on an angel's robe beneath a seven-jeweled tree by severing deluded views and attitudes and minute delusions and their habitual propensities, with the wisdom that comes when one's final single thought corresponds to reality as emptiness. This is a superior Buddha of transformation. Next, the practitioners of the distinct teaching cultivate practices over a period of time to attain the wisdom gained from gradual contemplation, and they fulfill the Buddhahood of subtle awakening under a seven-jeweled tree. This is a Buddha with a body accepted for the sake of saving others. Next, the methods of the practitioners of the perfect teaching are different from those of the previous three. The reason is that with a threefold contemplation in a single thought, realizing that reality simultaneously has the threefold aspects of emptiness, conventional existence, and the middle, one realizes that all is integrated, and there is not one color or scent that is not the Buddha nature. Without traversing the 3 eons, one immediately completes the practice of a bodhisattva, and without transcending one thought, one directly approaches the fruit of the ultimate Buddha, Mahavirachana. One fulfills perfect awakening on a seat of space. The triple body of the Buddha is perfectly complete, and there is no one who is superior. This result is truly the goal of this Tendai School. Therefore, of the luxuriant meanings, I have outlined just a few. End of the collected teachings of the Tendai Lotus School in one fascicle. Colophon. The collected teachings is a composition by Master Gishin of Mount Hai. Whether on teachings or on the practice of contemplation, it is an outline of the 80,000 doctrines in the 12-fold scripture, a summary of the essentials concerning all the subjects of this Tendai School, rolled up in many pages. It should be recognized as a substantial vessel of scholarship. It is also a book that has reached the attention of the emperor. It has already been officially presented to the court. How can it not be transmitted? In the past it was popular, but it became old with the years. Since there are not a few errata in the text, I am now correcting and editing it, adding punctuation, having catalpa wood plates carved, and bringing it to print. It is hoped that this work by such a virtuous elder will not disappear for 1,000 years. On a propitious day in the middle of the winter of 1649, inscribed by an anonymous private monk.